Come into a comfortable position with the legs crossed. The spine is upright. Check that the head, neck and spine are in one line. The hands are on the knees, and you can bring the index finger inside the thumb for Chin Mudra or Gyan Mudra. Chin Mudra is when the hands are down, Gyan Mudra when the hands are up, palms are up. And then settle the body and close the eyes. And take a moment to just be aware of the surrounding space, aware of the ceiling, the floor, the walls around, windows and doors. And then shift the awareness to outside sounds, listening for sounds nearby and sounds far away. All the time moving the awareness from one sound to the next. Picking up one sound, dropping it, and moving on to the next one. And then bring the awareness to sounds nearby, sounds within the building. And then sounds inside this room. And then shift the awareness from sounds to the breath. Take a few breaths in, a few breaths out. And then with awareness on the breath, shift up to the eyebrow center. Breathing in, we'll chant the mantra Om 3 times. Bring the hands together, rub the palms, bring them over the closed eyes, feeling the warmth of the hands against the eyes. And then preparing to start the practice. You can stretch the legs out now. These practices are for the joints, for all the joints of the body, for loosening them up, for eliminating any energy blockages, and for improving the circulation of the blood, which helps with all the systems of the body and all the functions of the body. So you can support the back by bringing the hands behind the buttocks, without leaning too much, just using the hands to keep the back upright. And the first practice will be with the toes, simply bending the toes. So as you breathe in, you bring the toes towards the body. As you breathe out, away from the body, scrunching up the toes. Nothing else is moving, just the toes. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in, toes towards the body. Breathing out, toes away from the body. And continue 3 more rounds. And you can even close the eyes to really feel the movement of the toes. The whole awareness is now in the toes. And then releasing the awareness from the toes, and shifting the awareness down to the ankles. Now breathing in, bring the feet towards the body, bending the ankles. Breathing out, stretch the feet, the toes away from the body. Breathing in towards the body. Breathing out, away from the body. Breathing in. Breathing out. And continue for 3 more rounds. The whole awareness is in the ankle joints. And nothing else is moving. Check that the other muscles that are not needed are relaxed. Only the muscles that are needed to bend the ankles are moving. And then let go of the movement. Become aware of any tingling or heat that has been created in the toes and the ankles from these practices. And then prepare for ankle rotation. So now you'll be rotating first in the clockwise direction, so straightening the feet outwards. And then as you breathe out, you bring the toes far away from the body. As you breathe in, the toes come towards the body. So breathing out, away from the body, breathing in, towards the body. And continue 3 more rounds in this direction. Synchronizing the movement with the breath. And then prepare to rotate in the opposite direction. Again, breathing in when the toes come towards the body, breathing out away from the body. Making full circles with the ankles. Synchronize the movement again with the breath. And then you can complete 1 more round and then come to a standstill. So the next practice will be with the knees. So now take the awareness to the knees, and you can open the eyes to set the hands, interlock them underneath the thigh. So as you breathe out, you bring the knee towards the chest, and then you breathe in and straighten the whole leg, but keeping the heel above the floor. Breathing out, knee to the chest. Breathing in, stretching the leg out. Breathing out, and in, and out, in. 2 more rounds, breathing out, in, breathing out, and breathing in, stretch the leg out, and release the arms. And take a moment just to observe any difference between the left leg and the right leg. And then prepare to practice on the other side. So breathing out, knee towards the chest. Breathing in, stretching the leg forward. Breathing out, knee to the chest. Breathing in, forward. And continue 3 more rounds of knee bending. And each time you bend the knee, bring the knee closer towards the chest. And then release. Aware of the effects of that practice in the knees. Notice if there's any tingling or heat in the knee joint. And then preparing to practice the half butterfly, Ardhatitali Asana, where you bring the knee up, cross the ankle onto the opposite thigh, and then as you breathe in, you bring the knee up to the chest. Breathing out, push the knee down towards the floor. Breathing in, knee to the chest. Breathing out, knee to the floor. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. And 1 more round on this side. And then bring the knee up and stretch the leg forward. Notice any difference between the two legs. In the hip joints, which are being moved. And then prepare to practice on the other side. Again, placing the ankle over the opposite thigh, holding the foot with the hand, and the other hand is on the knee. And then breathing in, knee to the chest, breathing out, pushing the knee towards the floor. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. And one more round, breathing in, and then breathing out, knee to the floor. And then bring the knee up, stretch the leg forward. Now you can rest the hands behind the buttocks. Rest the back. Aware of the effects of the practices in the hips, in the knees. And then some of this might strain the back a little, so now coming into Marjari Asana, the cat pose. So you come on your hands and knees. With the feet flat on the floor. Make sure that the hands are directly under the shoulders, the knees are directly under the hips. And then as you breathe in, you bring the chin up. Arch the back so that the belly button comes towards the floor. Breathing out, chin towards the chest, and arching the back in the opposite direction with the top of the back coming up towards the ceiling. Breathing in, looking up to the ceiling. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, and then slow down the movement and slow down the breath. So you count to about 5 as you arch the back, looking up to the ceiling. And again, count to 5, curling the back up. And practice 2 more rounds, slowly. And then letting go of this practice. You can come into, you can sit back on your heels. If this is not comfortable, these following practices can also be done with the legs crossed, so that you have different options. You can either sit on the knees or with the legs crossed. So if it's more comfortable for you, Shadi, you can sit on your knees. And then we'll start with the joint practices now from the fingers going up to the neck. So stretch the arms out and then stretch the fingers away from each other. And as you breathe out, bring them into loose fists with the thumbs inside the fist. Again, breathing in, stretching the fingers out as wide as they can go. Breathing out into loose fist. Breathing in, stretch. Breathing out. Breathing in, stretch the fingers out. Breathing out. And one more round like this. Breathing in, stretch wide. Breathing out. And then keep the arms where they are. And now start moving the hands up. So keep the hands first in loose fists. And just bend from the wrists upward, breathing in and breathing out, bending down, Breathing in, bending up. Breathing out, down. Breathing in, up. Breathing out. And now straighten the fingers so that you're doing the same movement but with the hands flat. So breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, up. Breathing out. And 2 more rounds. And then you can rest the arms for a moment. Bring the hands onto the knees. Aware of the effects of those practices, in the fingers and the wrists. And then once again, bring the arms up to the horizontal. Make loose fists with the thumbs inside. And now starting to make small rotations with the wrists. And try to rotate the hands so that they're rotating in the same direction at the same speed and synchronizing the movement with the breath. So when you breathe in, the hands come up. When you breathe out, the hands move down. And then you can change direction. Breathing in, up. Breathing out, down. In, up. Out, down. And practice 3 more movements, but slowly synchronizing the movement with the breath. And when you've completed, you can once again rest the arms, bring the hands onto the knees. And then prepare for practicing for the elbows. So again, arms straight up. Now turn the palms upward. And breathing out, fingertips onto the shoulders. Breathing in, stretch the arms out. Breathing out, fingertips on the shoulders. Breathing in. And continue 3 more rounds. Feeling like when you bend the elbows, it's like your fingers are pulled with an elastic band towards the shoulders. And then when you straighten the arms, you're pulling on that elastic band. So it's a continuous movement. Complete 1 more round. And then keep the fingertips on the shoulders for the practice of shoulder rotations. So now you can bring the elbows outward. And then start rotating forward, bringing the elbows together in front and up. And as you come down, you squeeze the shoulder blades together. So breathing in, bringing the elbows up and around. Breathing out, squeezing the shoulder blades and arms down. Continue for 3 more rounds in this direction. And when you've completed 3 rounds, you can shift to the other direction. So now bringing the elbows back and up. Breathing out, down. Breathing in, back and up. Breathing out, down. In, up. Out, down. And complete 2 more rounds. And then you can lower the hands back onto the knees. Aware of the effects of the practices in the shoulders and the shoulder blades. And the final movements are with the neck. So now shift the awareness to the neck. And begin by bringing the chin towards the chest as you breathe out. Breathing in, tilting the head back. Breathing out, chin forward. And as you breathe in and tilt the head back, be careful not to go too far back. Find a comfortable position for yourself. And one more round. And then return the head to the center. And from here, bring the right ear towards the right shoulder. Breathing out and then breathing in, coming up to the center. Breathing out, left ear towards the left shoulder. Breathing into the center. Breathing out to the right. Into the center. Breathing out to the left. Into the center. One more time to each side. And then return the head to the center. And now looking over the shoulder. So breathing out, looking over the right shoulder. Breathing into the center. Breathing out over the left shoulder. Into the center. Breathing out over the right. Into the center. Breathing out over the left. Into the center. And one more round to each side. And then we're going to combine all those three movements. So you'll first bring the chin towards the chest, and then start rotating over the right shoulder and back, and coming forward over the left shoulder, and then to the front, chin down. And as you move over the right shoulder, you breathe in, and coming back over the left shoulder and bringing the head down, you breathe out. One more round in this direction. And then reverse the direction, breathing in, back over the left shoulder, breathing out forward over the right shoulder. Breathing in, back, breathing out forward. And one more round, breathing in, back, and breathing out forward, and then return the head to the center. Now aware of all the different movements with the neck. Any sensations in the neck area? Any effect of these practices on the mind? On the breath? And then you can release the position and come into sitting in a cross-legged position, facing forward. And we'll do some simple breathing practices. The first one is simply observation of the natural breath. So find a comfortable position, make sure that the base of the body is stable, the spine rises upright, the tailbone. And for this, make sure that you have enough padding, cushions, so that the spine is upright. Check that the shoulders and arms are relaxed, the hands are on the knees, in the mudra of your choice, with the index finger curled up into the base of the thumb, and either palms down or palms up. And the eyes are gently closed. And now become aware of the natural breath. The breath as it is right now. There's no need to change anything. Simply allow the breath to move in any way that is natural for you right now. And notice if the breath is fast or slow. If it's deep or shallow. And also if it's even or uneven. aware of the movement of the breath in the body as it is, just without any effort, the natural breath. So now for the next practice, you'll bring the right hand onto the abdomen, the left hand onto the chest, and bring the awareness of the breath into the abdomen. So try to keep the chest completely still, no movement in the shoulders, and breathing in and out through the abdomen. So when you breathe in, the abdomen fills up with air and the hand moves outward. When you breathe out, the hand moves down towards the spine. And continue breathing like this, filling in the abdomen like it's a balloon when you breathe in, and breathing out and emptying the balloon. So continue 5 more rounds of breath like this. All the time keeping the awareness on the breath and the movement of the abdomen. And once you've completed 5 rounds of breath, you can shift the awareness from the abdomen up to the chest. And now as you breathe in, you feel the chest expanding when you breathe in and contracting back when you breathe out. Breathing in, filling up the chest moves to the sides, and when you breathe out, take the awareness back to the center of the chest. And continue 5 more rounds of breath like this. If the mind wanders while you're doing this practice, just gently bring it back to the breathing, to the movement of the chest. And once you've completed 5 rounds of breath, let go of the awareness of the breath in the chest. And now we'll combine these two. So you breathe in, filling up the abdomen first, then continuing to breathe in, fill up the chest, then breathe out, emptying the chest, emptying the abdomen. And continue for 3 more rounds. Full, complete breath. Breathing in, filling up the abdomen, then the chest, then emptying the chest, emptying the abdomen. Once you've completed those 3 rounds, you can bring the arms down. Bring the awareness now to the position of the body once more. Make any small adjustments if you need to. And we'll complete this practice by chanting the mantra Om 3 times together. So bring the awareness up to the eyebrow center. Breathing in.